Good day or evening. I hope all is well with you. Welcome to Filling Your Soul, living with meaning and purpose through the wisdom of the Kabbalah. Today's talk is on making it happen. How many of you have ever missed out on something meaningful in your life because of a concern you may have had about not being good enough? So why even try? Think for a moment about what you may give up when you stop short from opening doors to your future, all because you may not believe in yourself. For many of us who can relate to this, we may be protecting ourselves from feeling vulnerable to emotionally painful experiences. Yet at the same time, we may miss out on challenges that, when faced, allow us to flourish and grow. If we take this on with an intention to truly feel grateful and joyful for the opportunity placed before us, we can change our mindset and be kinder to ourselves, but strict enough to give it a go. Instead of setting up self-imposed boundaries, separating ourselves from what we think we can and cannot do, we can have more opportunities to connect with what we value and love, with the ability to experience what is essential for each of us to live with meaning and purpose. Then, when we dive into the activity and become one with it, our preconceived thoughts and judgments can be replaced with what truly can happen in real time. We can live in the moment and do away with the old baggage. We can start a new path, living with more flow, flexibility, and an openness to discover what we can be. Take me, for example, back in the day when I was a young girl in elementary school. I vividly remember how I loved my music class and adored singing. It brought joy to my heart, and as I reflect on it now, I realize how singing is a healthy and healing way to allow for the expression of our emotions and gifts. My music teacher was putting together a school choir, and auditions were being scheduled. It sounded like the coolest thing to do it. Yet, operating from my limited and narrow point of view, all I could think about was how scary and hard it was to do, kind of like climbing a steep, high mountain. So I simply didn't put myself out there. I never auditioned. My fear of being refused and feeling shamed exceeded my desire to participate. I couldn't get past focusing on the obstacles. She wouldn't like my voice. People will mock me. My voice isn't pretty, good enough as other people's voices. I will make a fool of myself. When the choir was formed, I remember one classmate in particular. She was not an exceptionally good singer, but she made it in. I realized that I missed a chance to be part of it and benefit by developing my skills and believing from firsthand what could be possible. Like any experiences, we can learn great lessons and step up to do better when other opportunities present themselves, if we are courageous enough to take the cat by the tail and make it happen. Kabbalistically speaking, making something happen can represent a fine balance between the Sephira or divine channel of Gevurah, which represents might, along with the Sephira of Chesed, which represents kindness and emotional attachment. The balance of these two bring about the Sephira of Tiferes, which represents compassion, variety, change, and harmony. Here are some tips to help you make things happen when you really want to take action. 1. If you become hampered by thoughts about not taking on a project, think about the reasons you want to participate. If these ideas align with what's meaningful, ignore any obstacles and move forward with enthusiasm. 2. Set a goal, even if it involves an audition or a job interview. The more you face the discomfort, the quicker it will dissolve. Finally, 3. Make it a priority to commit to the learning and practice until you improve your skill set and reach your goal. We owe it to ourselves to make the most with the gift of life we were given. Like Elliot Connie so brilliantly expressed with a quote in episode 43 of this podcast program, the two most important days of our life are the day we were born and the day we find out why we are here. So go for it. If you would like information on other topics, I welcome you to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. And for my free gift, go to livingwithmeaningandpurpose.com/gift. If you have any comments on this topic or any other, feel free to write me at Leah at livingwithmeaningandpurpose.com. God willing, until we meet again, wishing you health, happiness, success, and blessings.